Hi, boys and girls. Shared reading day 2. Yesterday, when we read this book, we used what we know about words to help us solve tricky words. Today, we're going to see words that are highlighted. We're going to cross-check those words when I read them. We will ask ourselves, did the word I read look right, sound right, or make sense? All right, read along with me if you can. Bathing Buddy. Bathing Buddy, written by Elizabeth Massey, illustrated by Linda Silvestri. Get into the water, Buddy, said Lou. It's time for your bath. I see a highlighted word. Let's go back and double check. I read get into the water. But water would start with a W. What does this word start with? A P. All right, let's use our picture clues. Let's get our mouth ready. And we also know that double O says ooh, ool. Get into the pool, buddy. That makes sense. And it looks right. Lou tugged the leash. Buddy hopped into the water and wagged his tail. Sue giggled. You're going to make a mess, she said. I'll be careful, Lou replied cheerfully. Lou rubbed foamy shampoo onto Buddy's neck. Buddy jumped out of the pool, splashing water. Lou pushed him back into the pool. Stay, commanded Lou. Lou scrubbed Buddy's neck and head. Buddy shook soap all over. Oh boy, I was not paying attention to the words in my sentence. I added a few words. Let's go back and reread this sentence, carefully looking at each word. Buddy shook and soap suds flew. Buddy shook and soap suds flew. They landed on Lou. Sometimes when we read, we're looking at the picture clue and we're just reading what would make sense. But we need to keep our eyes on our words and make sure we're reading what's there. Buddy jumped out of the pool, splashing water. Then Sue's dog, Tiny, jumped into the pool. Sue, catch Tiny, Lou cried. Lou pushed Buddy back into the pool. Stay, commanded Lou. Sue giggled. You're making a mess, she said. Lou washed Buddy's back, legs, and tail. Buddy shook and soap suds flew. They landed on Lou. Hold still, commanded Lou. Buddy wagged his tail. Lou rinsed Buddy off. Buddy jumped out of the pool, splashing water. He shook and water flew everywhere. Lou fell backwards with a yelp. Sue laughed. Let's stop at that highlighted word. I read laughed. It makes sense, but it doesn't look right. Let's go back and look at our word. It starts with a G. Okay. I also see double letters. That tells me I can break my word up into two parts. Egg, gold, giggled. That makes sense and looks right. Sue giggled. Hooray! Buddy's clean, she said. Lou shook his head sadly. I'm a big muddy mess, he said. Buddy wagged his tail. He licked Lou's face. Lou laughed and gave Buddy a hug. I guess it's time for my bath, he said. First grade readers, I want you to think about Buddy, Buddy the dog. I want you to think about how you would describe Buddy. Like what kind of character traits does Buddy have? Okay, how does he act or what does he do? How would you describe him? I would describe Buddy as a happy, silly dog. How would you describe Buddy?